And I want to ask you a few questions. You see the book, the name of the book is called The Sexual Miseducation of Black Men.
Right.
One of the ideas of the book, it argues that black men are conditioned to measure our manhood by the amount of women we sleep with or how well we perform in the bedroom. Do you agree or disagree with it? And if so, what are some better ways we should be defining ourselves as men?
Yeah, I just agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now this here,
I think we need to reshape the narrative of sexual health. Have more conversation. I think it's taboo in the Black community. And so a lot of what Black men learn when it comes to sexual health is probably through pornography, online, through other unhealthier means. Like, I know my dad didn't really ever want to have conversations with me. He didn't even want me going to like family life and learn. He didn't want me to learn. So a lot of what I learned was later in life. So I think that we reshape the narrative, educate the brothers at a younger age about what a healthy sexual relationship looks like. And that can be attached to one woman, right, that you love and you give your life to, that the flex is, yo, you find that woman that will hold you down, that you can marry, have a family with, making that cool. But it's not cool walking around with 20 baby mamas, a bunch of different kids. The flex is finding that love, finding someone that truly supports you and makes you feel safe and vulnerable as a man that you can be your authentic self. To me, that's what
I agree. I totally agree. I'm here with my brother Hilton, and we got a couple of questions that I want to ask something about the sexual miseducation of black men. So in the book, it argues that we're conditioned, we're taught that manhood is measured by the amount of women we sleep with and how well we perform in the bedroom. Yeah. Is that something you agree with? And if so, what are some healthier ways that we should be measuring our manhood when it comes to black men?
Definitely agree with that. I think that as you grow up, they kind of tell you, depending on like how many women you've been with, that kind of defines who you are, right? Like it's the exact opposite of a woman, right? Like a woman is taught in sex, right? I think that's one of the key things is that men aren't taught necessarily that, what we have is safe and what we have discussion, right? Women is taught like you check your body, that's your temple and everything like that, but it goes both ways, right? Both body and temple. So I think a couple of things. One, I think you need to start raising men and men need to be taught that their body is special too, right? And that you don't necessarily need a lot of women to validate yourself. But I also think too that with people of color, that at some point we all need to sit down with therapists and unpack the different things that go on in our lives, right? What we think is just normal really isn't normal, because if you can ask somebody else, hey, if you see
we want to move in the direction, one, of having healthier relationships with women and building healthy relationships of trust and communication and other factors, with women. There's other things that to measure yourself by outside of, how many women you.
Okay, great. So I have some questions. As you see, my book is called The Sexual Miseducation of Black Men in America. And in the book, it argues that manhood is measured, or we're taught that manhood is measured by the amount of women we sleep with and how well we perform in the bedroom. Is that a concept you agree with or disagree with? And if so, what are some healthier ways that we should be measuring ourselves as men?
So, to the mouthful, I agree that there's this misconception that our manhood is defined by men, and that's emphasized to me and everything. But I think that there are other ways that we can prove our mind, especially in this day and time, especially in the Black community. Men lack, young boys are growing up without role models. It's so overly emotional and make poor decisions. A lot of that stems from the lack of balance with that fathers. I think men need to focus more on uplifting and raising the next generation of somebody.
My name is James Jackson. I'm the CEO of Reading and Healing, and we are a wellness company in Washington, D.C.
Great. You're doing some great work down here in the DC area. So as y'all know, the book is entitled The Sexual Miseducation of Black Men in America. And in the book, we argue the idea that manhood for a lot of us is measured by, we was taught that it's measured by the amount of women we sleep with, how well we perform in the bedroom. Is that something you agree with? And if so, what are some healthier ways that we should be defining and measuring our man?
I definitely disagree with that. I definitely think that your manhood should not be measured by the amount of women because that doesn't mean anything. Um, I think it should be measured by the discipline that you take with yourself, quality over quantity. It's quality that's going to keep you safe and sexually safe. So and also every every opportunity is shouldn't be an opportunity that is taken. So showing restraint, showing discipline, I believe is something that really is something that we need to focus on when it comes to our manhood, and because our manhood is worth something, and our manhood it should be treasured. So if it's treasured, that doesn't mean that we're giving our manhood to each and every option.